What's up, bros? Ended up lifting that corner up. It's a nice rainy day out here. Look at my door. It's on now. I have a proper door here. Just tied that around the Kanya door. Got a handle. And then we attached it up there, you see? The cable just going up to the tree there just to stop this end, really digging in. I had a friend just help me put it up because he was here extending the horno or oven. Come with me into the magical little room. And there's a building site down the road, so I can get rocks now. It's just awesome. No trudging in the mud. Rightio, bros. So I thought while I'm finishing for my nice little fire to end here, I'll quickly talk about this. Why most organic portals are insectoids. Insectoids. So when we look into the animal kingdom, are there more oros? Little golden oro? Oro means gold in Spanish. Are there more oros? Or are there more ants? So when we look into nature, the animal kingdom has much more insects than, let's call them macro animals, right? Bigger animals like you and me, the anthropoid monkey. So this is why I find so many news presenters are insectoids. And the video I made and published a week ago or something, most news presenters are robotoids and insectoids. The thing is, they cross over because in the future, all civilizations have a path. I'm going to write about this in my book, The Eschaton. Terence McKenna, the guy from the Time Wave Zero, he has a quote, "This is what it's like when a species goes to the stars." That's the quote. And it makes you go, what do you mean? Right? The dumb average person goes, what do you mean? This is what it's like when you go to the stars. But, and your stupid monkey brain. But then you realize, just the process we're undergoing of culture, right, in society. And you can see there is an upward technologicalization, right? So this is my point. This is what it's like when a species goes to the stars, that there is a process, right? That's what his Time Wave Zero shows as well. It introduces a theory of resonance, and that's kind of besides the point. The point is really what I already made, that there's a process of technologicalization, right? So in the future, if it's an insect species on some planet or whatever, however it all works, then they're eventually going to get to robotoid form as well, where you get armor. Look what it's like in nature. These insects, their armor is, nature on Earth here, planet Snakeados. So their armor is metamaterial. It's magnetically floating, and all this stuff. It has all these crazy properties. There's a science field called Metamaterials where, they study graphene, which at the atomic layer is 200 times stronger than steel. Just like stevia herb is 200 times sweeter than refined sugar. So metamaterials are, coming with properties like superconducting, magnetic floating, right? So this is definitely something you're going to see more of. Scientists studying insects and then making body armor for humans that are made of metamaterial and mimic or have the same properties as some of these insects' outer shells, like a bug crawling across the ground, or the way that the fly hovers magnetically. Have you seen how hard it is to swat a fly? I mean, mosquitoes are a little bit easier, but, you know, there's the old Zen saying, you can catch the fly, you are ready, my son, right? A fly lands on your leg, and if you can catch it, you're doing pretty well. Because they move in a faster pace, like Neo in the movie The Matrix. You know how at one point Neo discovers at the end of the movie 1 in the movie The Matrix that he can move like them. Trinity says, "How did you do that?" And Neo goes, "What?" And she goes, "You move like they do." Right? Because these agents are not the organic portal body people, right? They're the NPC body that's empty inside for the agent to come into. Right, that's why I said in one video, organic portals are not matrix agents, because people are trying to stop it at pragmatic. It's just like on Truth Dog channel, God bless you, Truth Dog, you're all right, but saying harlequin babies are reptilians is not quite correct, and it simplifies things down to the pragmatic, and that's what these NPC organic portals want. That stops this place being destroyed. We're trying to destroy this place, make no doubt about it. What that looks like is entering higher spiritual domain, knowledge, vision, and ways. So, you know, you're always trying to point up to destroy this place, and and it's a physical destruction. It's coming out of the chrysalis of matter, like accepting your light body. That's the type of destruction we're here for, not to just like, you know, murder people and make chaos and all this. That's not the type of destruction we're here for. That gives them the power to control more. That's why Black Lives Matter movement is, there's some problems with it. You see it, right? Because the whole, you know, making chaos and all this in the wrong way, because there's another video I've said that this maximum novelty domain is a type of chaos which will allow us to wriggle up and through the seams and actually come into power through the control structs. But in another way, just random chaos is, you know, this is not what we want to teach, and it's not the way. That can allow them to say, oh, okay, well, we need to implement more laws, more control, right? You get what I mean? So anyway, back to the main thrust of this video, the insectoids, right? Why there's so many of them is obviously it's reverberation of nature. Like I said, right, when we look into the animal kingdom, are there more lions and whales? More golden gatos? More Benjamin Cauenberg monkey bodies? Or are there more insects? Right, we already know like sardines. Those small fish, they outnumber whales, right? Otherwise we'd be eating whales more. So it's the same thing. When you go down in scale, it appears that there's just a lot more in number. So insects make up the largest number of beings here. So that's where you can go, oh, okay, that's why there's so many insectoids. Now, finish that part. So what else I wanted to say was that they do the bidding, right? What are they like? Again, look to nature. My cat here, Oro, he will eat some bugs and he'll eat stuff. He'll play with ants and they are subject to him. Sure, they might bite him on the eye or something, can cause a cataract or whatever, or blindness or whatever. But basically, he dominates them completely, right? It's said that the ants are the real king of the jungle because when a colony of, you know, proper big ants in the Amazon jungle's on the move, you've got to get out of the way. You're not going to be staying there. They'll probably eat a human body too. So you can watch some documentaries on that. But you get what I mean, that generally, if they're not in their big horde and herd or hive mind nature, you know, they're subject to us, right? We're the bigger animal. We kind of dominate them. That's why they do the bidding of the Archons, the Dracos, the Alpha Draconians, and so on, right? They're insectoids. They have simpler function in nature. They're like subjects. Look out into nature. It's like, look at a chicken. A chicken is a food bag. All a chicken does is make the soil better and present itself as, you know, a whole bundle of meat, because there's not that much bones in the chicken, right? It's mostly meat. So it's clear that it's like a bundle of food, and I guarantee you there's not many vectors in the chicken species. Do you understand? Vector, entropy, and atrophy, and just the field of entropy, or just the the nature of their use, right? It's like the same thing with insects. Do they create computers? No. Do they I don't know, create this type of thing? Do they make highly ordered structures out of nature? Because this is just mud and clay, right? I've highly ordered it so I can do something with it. It's called concrescence, and nature seeks concrescence. But my point is that, you know, the insects, they're subjects to the archons, to the Draco humans, humanoids, and so on, right? So there's this hierarchy, and that's why they're news presenters, right? Look at what a news presenter is. Anybody can present the news because they're simply reading off a script. It's a low purpose, or a low purpose of being, right? Like you can get any dumb person in there to read, as long as they can read the English on the telemonitor, they can do the news, right? Maybe they have to be taught how to speak in a certain way, but it's not rocket science, so to speak, right? It's not computer programming. It's not highly complex and difficult. So yeah, I just wanted to say that about the insectoid stuff a little bit further into it. So that's why there's so many of them, because in nature it's the same way. There is a lot of insects, and also that they are hierarchically low in the chain. They are not the bosses, you know what I mean? Benjamin Cowberg, consciouszine.net.